Do you have any routines, habits, or tricks that help you stay creative and overcome creative blocks?
Yeah, I mean, dude, I've got tons of stuff to be honest. I mean, I think most people, like including myself, just have this like natural tendency to be a bit negative and probably uninspired. So, like knowing that if it's human nature that lends itself towards that, I spend a lot of time every single day trying to stay positive and trying to stay happy and trying to stay creative. I put tons of effort strictly into this. So, for me, like I probably like number one, I would say like go outside. If you're having trouble being motivated, like get outside, go for a walk, go for a run, get to the gym, do some yoga, man. Like it's I'm not the one who figured this out, right? But if you do some form of exercise, you're going to release some endorphins and you're going to feel better. Like it's just a fact of life. And I feel like nothing gets me motivated more than like to come back to my studio than just getting away from the studio. Um and like while I'm away from the studio, I take in as much music as I possibly can. So, because I mean, every song out there, every album, that's just an infinite amount of inspiration for you to kind of harness from or draw from. So I listen, while I'm working out or running or whatever. I'm listening to podcasts, Spotify playlists, artist albums, and not strictly EDM stuff either. Just music in general.
Yeah, yeah.
And honestly, another thing that really keeps me motivated, and I feel like a lot of this stuff is like almost like not music related, but like eating healthy, dude.
Oh yeah,
it's so big. Like I try to have like an ice cold vegetable smoothie right before I produce, like before every session. It's a different rush than caffeine, man. It makes you sharp and awake and just like so focused. And on top of that, like it's just healthy, right? Like it's probably going to improve the quality of your life outside of music anyway. So it's a real win-win. And I can't bring up caffeine without saying like, dude, coffee, gotta drink your coffee. Like,
oh yeah,
I'm definitely not one of those people who like drinks coffee all day, but first thing in the morning, like coffee gets me going. And right after that first cup, man, like I honestly just feel like I can take over the world just for like 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
And then I come back down to life and I'm like, yeah, okay, definitely can't. But yeah, that's huge. I would say keeping a to-do list right by your computer in a physical piece of paper with a pen where you
why physical?
Because it's staring you in the face. You can't minimize it. You can't X it out. It's a physical piece of paper. It's not going anywhere. You write this to-do list and it just looks at you all day. And the second that I put on Facebook and start like, I'm like, why am I looking at like my old high school's friends, girlfriends? I'm like, what am I doing? There's a to-do list staring at me. Like, get shit done. I think that's huge. Like I've gone through so many notebooks over the years of just like writing these like huge to-do lists, and I love it. It's the first thing I do every single day is make sure that like I'm focused and I've got a list of things to get through.
Mm-hmm. That's super cool. I like how you said eat healthy as well. I think that's probably the most underrated piece of advice on creativity ever.
Dude. Eating healthy is the most underrated thing about all things that you're trying to in life. It's one of those things that I don't know. If you eat healthy, you start to learn a lot about yourself too. You just and to be honest, like I've done a lot of meditation too in the past like few months. I actually use an app called Headspace.
Yeah, I've used that. That's great.
Yeah, it's just 10 minutes a day, but like somehow, like I said, like, I think everyone has a little bit of trouble just always staying positive. And there's something about this meditation thing, man. Like, I'm not saying it's for everyone, but it keeps me positive, keeps me centered, and it just teaches you a lot about like yourself. And I think that's just really, really cool.
That's awesome. So, get out of the studio, listen to music, exercise, eat healthy, and meditate.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And one other little technique that I've kind of been doing, if you're like one of those people who just, you feel like you're almost like struggling to just accomplish things, like you've been working all morning and nothing's actually gotten done type scenario, which I think probably also happens to a lot of people. I mean, I know it happened to me. I take my phone and I set an alarm for like 1 hour from now. And I'll just be like, all you have to do in this 1 hour is, and I'll assign myself a task. And like, there's something about having this ending time to it. Like, I have to get it done in an hour now. I just told myself that I would. And it works. I don't know why, but like, I'll just be like if my goal for that hour was to just focus on getting through a break of a song, I'll usually find that within that hour, like I may not always finish it, but I'll have made so much more progress than if I just sat there trying to work on whatever I wanted. Because, you know, that's what leads to tweaking a snare drum for like 47 minutes or something.